about
How are
the.
you doing?
Yeah, good. Tell me about the launch. I want to know all about the launch,
You
and
want to know all about the
I want to
notes?
know because it was what? It was nearly a month ago now, wasn't it? It was. Yeah. Well,
Well, I mean, it's
the
been
book.
an ongoing thing, so really, it's only a couple of days ago. But yeah, the in-person launch was about a month ago. That still feels a little bit unreal. I also still don't quite know why I did an in-person launch of
Well,
it.
how many people did you have there? I think it was a good
I ended
idea.
up, I think, about 17 people ended up showing up.
That's very good.
It was very nice. It was all people I know and care about a lot, so it felt very supported.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, it was a really fun experience actually, and
Given
yeah,
given you
I
didn't really want to do it at the start, you were kind of hesitating about doing anything like that. And it was like, well, why not? Like it's a
well,
warm fuzzy moment for you to say that your little baby book has gone out into the world. I thought that was great.
yeah, and it's still it's weird. Like I'll get photos of people who've like, and it's the people that I know who've bought the book will send me the people who aren't near enough to have gotten the book on the on the event. Well, I still handed it to you though. You weren't at the book event because you were in
I
Australia,
I was
but
still there in spirit, but I've been following all the lives that you've done. So anything that's gone out, so because you did what 5 lives I think over the period of the month. So and it was lovely. So you get a lovely email that would say, this is what the topic is, and this is my speaker, and then off we'd go and be able to watch it. I thought it was just lovely, and it seemed there was a broad range of things that you did through the lives, and I thought that was lovely too, that it was different elements of what the book meant to you. And
well,
yeah.
yeah, and this was what was great as well about when because when we sat down to do the little workflow thing, like I remember when we started that call, I was like, I have nothing, I have no ideas, I have nothing, and then we started putting it together, and I was like, oh, I have ideas,
And
I
then you
do
were
have
like,
ideas.
I'm not sure I want that. I'm like, well,
Well,
but I
God,
think
we're just gonna put it in.
I think most of the things that you were reluctant to, that I was like, yeah, just do it, you'll be fine. You were like,
Are you sure?
oh,
So yeah, that was that it was such a good exercise as well in like, hey, because what I and one of the reasons why those sort of lives there was like a real sort of storyline in it for me because we had spoken about, hey, how does this book fit into all the other stuff that you do? And honestly, that has always been the tricky thing about the book. So I because this was really a relaunch of the book, right? Because
yeah,
I brought it out as a Kindle in 22.
yeah.
And I didn't speak about it. I spoke about it for that one day, and then and then I was like,
You didn't hit the bestsellers list on Kindle that day. What happened?
and and
Oh,
then and part of that was because I couldn't understand how it fit in with everything else.
mm,
And so for us to specifically look at that and go like, okay, so how does that inform other things and how does it link to the other stuff that you're doing? That was so helpful to me. And I think, that then also made it um much easier to plan what I wanted to actually do and talk about. And
yeah. And I
so,
think
yeah, it was that was so helpful. And it's like, I'm still sort of in that process of now going out of, oh, I'm talking about launch stuff and sort of integrating it into sort of the daily, how do I talk about my business stuff? Um, but at least I have an idea of how to do that.
yeah.
Like it's challenging because it's just because sometimes it's challenging to write your content, but um but at least I understand how it all fits together, and that's like so helpful.
good. Yeah. I was quite pleased, like when you said I used to have a mailing list and I'm not communicating with them. I'm like, oh, let's do something about that, And like little things like that is just that re-engagement and kind of getting people back on board because, I think you've got so much support and it's like, and everything you send out is beautiful. I love it. It's on brand, it feels nice and it feels like it's you. So I think the whole package of what you did, it feels so connected. Like there's a good flow through it all. It feels right for what the book is and who you
Mhm.
are. And I think that was lovely because I think it's also an example of how much you care about putting out good content. I know we've been talking about that over the last couple of weeks about making sure the content is still meaningful and true. And when I guess a book is your baby for so long, and it's like, and now people can be critical of that. So you're sort of bracing yourself
Yes.
for what could be a negative experience, and then it doesn't come,
It's
and you're
not,
like, that's nice.
but at the same time, like, I mean, it could be a negative experience, but there are so many people who react to it so positively and so encouragingly. And for the most part, people, so many people want to write books and don't do it.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
So for the most part, people are go like, you wrote a book, and then you see the book. Can you? Yeah, you have the book. Yes, I mean, I also have the book, but like,
Yeah.
it's right here. But it's
Yeah.
like when I first got my copy, it's like it's a book, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not a little pamphlet.
Yeah.
I wrote all of
It's
these
it's
words,
bigger
people.
than it's bigger than I thought actually. Like when I got it, it's like, oh, it's got a bit of weight to it.
I
Like
know.
this will not travel well to Australia for reading on the plane, my dear.
No,
I
it's
need it needs to be like about half the size for that comfort level of
well,
reading on
I'll
planes.
try and keep that in mind for the next one.
Yes, of course.